All right, logging on a little bit early tonight to make sure that all the bugs are worked through and everything is kind of fixed. But before I go check on anything, welcome everybody to Highly Motivated, another exciting Friday sesh. Unfortunately, I can't sesh on camera tonight because I'm in a parking lot in front of the retail location, Goldflower Cannabis, right there. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Doesn't it kind of just glow a little bit? It's super fantastic. All right, let me just make sure we're working. I think that would be the most important thing. Let me make sure we are working. We're working. Excellent. So now that I see it working there, let me go live on the Insta Cha-Cha as well. Okay. Okay, here we go. Start. There we go. Okay. So it looks like everything is working. I'm so excited. I'm always so happy when I turn shit on and it actually goes to where it's supposed to be going. I'm always so excited when I press play or press go live. I'm actually live and you can actually see me. So that's fantastic. Here we are live in front of the Goldflower location. Hope y'all see that. Check that out. Isn't it beautiful? You can already see balloons inside. They're already getting all the grand opening decor all put together. All the TVs are on the walls. It's looking beautiful. There are all these gorgeous plants. One thing I love about Goldflower, they believe in plants. I mean, we're selling plants, we're selling beautiful flower. We should have beautiful flowers in the dispensary. We should have nice greenery and stuff. And we do. Inside every one of our locations, there is beautiful greenery. Look at that. Just letting you get a little gander there. That's nice. I'm always excited. And at night, look at that. It's a golden sign. So at night, you really can't see the gold glistening off the sunset. So the sign lights up. Look at that. Lights up. It's beautiful. Goldflower cannabis. So excited, y'all. We're here in Bonita Springs. And as you can tell, I am in my Bonita linen shirt. This is I feel like I'm retired or something out here. I get out here, I just feel very relaxed. It's the relaxed mindset. So I'm right here on in the main area of Bonita Springs, I guess the business district, and all around us there are different dispensaries. But the only dispensary that really matters is Goldflower Cannabis. So there it is. Tomorrow's the grand opening. Tomorrow, big deal. Not only do we have some great people showing up and representing their brands within the major house of brands, but the discounts. We're going to talk about, we got a lot of little things to talk about tonight. Giraffe, welcome. Highly motivated. Good to have you on the show. Very excited. I am, I just picked this up. I stopped at Plato's Closet the other day on the way down here on Wednesday. I stopped at a Plato's Closet and I picked up, no, this was Thursday morning somewhere. I'm like somewhere, I don't even know where. I stopped at the blame. Oh, that's nice. This is like, I'm trying to go all hemp clothing and linen clothing. So far, I'm not having a lot of luck. This is a linen shirt. That's about as far as I've gotten. But I'm loving it. There's a different feel. When you wear linen, I don't know, you feel a little loosey-goosey. You feel, but definitely into the vibe of Bonita right now. Let me just make sure I don't drop that. I'm just trying to put my drink on the side. Not to bloody drop it. Okay, so we're here on the main street, so there's a lot of excitement, a lot of noise, and we're going to kind of work through that. They're coming to get me. They're coming to get me. Oh, no, they went down that way. Very good. We're here in front of the dispensary. Why? Because this is pregame night. Pregame. Right now, we're doing all the final touches. All the I's are getting dotted. T's are getting crossed. Balloons are going in. Last minute check. TV's on the walls. Speaker system's working. Computer system working. Everything's going on right now, getting ready for tomorrow. Goodie bags are being put together. First 100 people that show up tomorrow are going to get the most fantastic of swag bags. Everybody showing up tomorrow is getting very specific gifts. I mean, they have to go not purchase it. We're giving. Tomorrow, there's a lot happening. Look, first off, I just want to show it. This is amazing. Look, if you haven't seen the flyer, so the flyer is showing 60% off. 60, that's 60. Holy shit, that's a huge number. And then some people have like an extra 10% stackable. That is upwards of 70% off going on. I don't even know. That's crazy sauce. Plus, if you've got points, if you've already been a customer, already showing up, man, huge discounts. Plus, a lot of freebies tomorrow. A lot of freebies. I don't think I can tell you. Like, I don't think I can tell you right now the freebies. I'm just telling you a lot of freebies. Brands here that are amazing. Look, Lion's Order. Lion's Order is Rohan Marley's group. Rohan Marley, son of Bob Marley, marketing genius for the family. Used to play football years ago in college. A linebacker, I think he was. Rohan Marley. But you look at him now, he's a very, very wise kind of dude. Very wise words come out of this man. He speaks community. You know, he's just a very cool dude. So anyways, that being said, he's one of the brands, and that's Lion's Order. Lion's Order, yo, big ups for real. Flour, fantastic. Their batter, their concentrate batters, delicious. And that's what you look for when it comes to cannabis. Good smell, good taste. That's your terpenes. That's your flavonoids. That's your aroma. And to me, that's one of the most important things about cannabis. One of the most important things is the smell. It's the taste. It's everything that comes together. So that being said, here we are tonight, just kind of hanging out, just kind of bringing more attention, more energy to the location for tomorrow. So tomorrow's grand opening. Super jazzed about that. Super jazzed about the prices, the giveaways, the goodies. We'll have Christian Lazardi will be here with Stores and Bickle. So Stores and Bickle makes the Volcano. If you've ever had the Volcano, what a great dry herb vaporizer. They also make the Venti and a few other devices that they make is genius when it comes to is absolutely genius when it comes to dry herb vaporizers. Probably Stores and Bickle, I would have to say, makes the greatest dry herb vaporizers. So tomorrow, from what I understand, tomorrow they're giving one away. Tomorrow they're going to be giving one of those away. We've got tons of things being given away. Look, tonight we're going to pick a winner. So with everybody that we see here on the, if you say hey, or you come onto the show and you say anything, we're going to go ahead and take the name and we're going to put it right over here. And tonight we will pick a winner. So look at this. This right here is a cooler bag. This bag, you could put shit and keep it cool or keep it warm, whichever you really want to do. But this is a cooler bag, Gold Flower Cannabis. Horticulture, welcome. Highly Motivated. Good to have you on tonight's show. Welcome to Oregonji on the road. I'm on the road, and I'm here in front of Gold Flower. That's the most exciting thing. Look, tonight, you still have an hour. They close in 1 hour. So in 1 hour's time, let me just put that there so nobody sees. So in 1 hour's time, they're going to be closing tonight and getting ready. All final things we're getting ready for the grand opening tomorrow. Grand opening, huge discounts, huge giveaways. What a great opportunity for community to come together. We will have many different doctors' offices, which is going to be great. Many different doctors' offices in the area are coming here to represent. They're going to be talking to patients. They're not going to set up. They're just going to go around talking to people. And so I think that's pretty cool. So tonight we're giving this away. But wait, there's more. Look inside. Look at this. Inside, we're also giving away this awesome Thermi. I'm spitting. All this excitement and I start to spit. So this awesome Thermi from Gold Flower, Thermos, Stanley, whatever you want to call it. So we'll be giving both of these things away tonight. I was supposed to have more prizes, but I don't. I've been too busy. I didn't think about prizes. I was thinking about everything else. Christopher, Everybody look at this. Christopher Cyril over here from Linky Winkies. Welcome, Christopher. Highly motivated. And that's what we are right now. We're highly motivated. We're kind of doing some back of the car studio. So right now my studio is the back of my vehicle. The back the back of the vehicle is now studio. And that's what's happening tonight. So very exciting stuff. Okay, let me just. And we're just kind of hanging out. We're just hanging out, just, gold flower behind me. You still have like 48 minutes, 50 minutes. What time is it? You still have 50 minutes to get here tonight and get some great cannabis, great deals. But tomorrow, the deals are even better. So I started talking about Rohan Marley's Lion Order. Lion Order, probably one of the most beautiful brands next to Octane. Octane is Randy Lanier, the race car driver, and he's part of freedomgrow.org. So Randy Lanier, race car driver, great brand over here at Gold Flower. So Lion's Order, you got Octane, you got Heisman right there. Boom, boom. Heisman 34, that's Ricky Williams. Ricky Williams is the Heisman. Awesome dude. Played for the Miami Dolphins. And yeah, that's that. So every brand that Gold Flower kind of represents, that's what they bring into the party. That's what they bring here. So this is not something that's not cannabis represented. It is super cannabis represented. So we got Lion's Order, Octane, G-Putt, So Fresh, Doghouse, Ideal. Ideal is like the mothership. They are fantastic. Heisman. So there are so many different brands that we've got pumping right over here at Gold Flower. Tomorrow's grand opening day. As you could tell, I'm pretty jazzed, pretty excited, because I've been working for quite some time out here, representing, pulling the community together. I hear, listen, I no promises yet, but I hear the mayor might be here at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. So we might have the mayor representing him. That's pretty cool. I mean, if the mayor smokes, that's even cooler. If the mayor likes to toke a little bit, I don't think he does though. But if he does, what a great thing. But I'm not making any assumptions, or I'm just assuming that the mayor smokes. Either way, the mayor wants to show up, from what I heard, and show his support for this new business in Bonita Springs. And that's great. I love when the city comes out. I love when city officials are part of Clover Kittens. Welcome, highly motivated. If you're new to the show, I call out everybody that I see. I call out every name because I'm introducing you to the community as a whole. So we have people watching us on the Insta Cha-Cha right now, but not just the Insta Cha-Cha. We have the Linky Winkies, the Facebook. We've got the Kick, the Twitch, the Rumble. Not YouTube, because YouTube's an asshole. So is Facebook. They're both assholes. But whatever. Great night. Great celebration. This is pregame, people. Tonight, this is Friday night, highly motivated. Friday sesh, pregame. And right down the way, by the way, I'm so excited. There's a Jersey Mike's Subs. In this complex, there's Jersey Mike's. And then at the very end of the complex, there's a New York bagel place. I went in there yesterday. The most amazing smells. I walk in, I'm like, oh, I never want to leave. I want everything. I can't eat bread. But the smells were delicious. Christopher says right over here, let me see. He says, Oren and people, I won the cooler bag on a previous podcast. It's very awesome. Thank you. Looking forward to another lucky winner getting the bag. That's right. I'm looking forward to two winners. I love to give shit away. And tomorrow is like a dream come true, because I get to give tons of shit away. I get to give shit away all day long. So all day long, I get to give things away tomorrow. See, I'm kind of hiding the cars as they're here. That way you don't see license, you don't see people. I'm staying HIPAA compliant. Maybe tomorrow, this is where I'll be. So during the grand opening, I might just leave it here because inside is a lot of chaos. I don't know. I haven't decided where I'm setting up yet. This might be it because I want to go live tomorrow. But I can't show people. I can't show the people because the people are, it's HIPAA, and you want to remain medically compliant to all the rules and federal regulations. That's why I don't show people. And I try to hide vehicles and just hope that one doesn't back up into me. So pretty exciting. Tomorrow's grand opening. Tons of things happening. 9 o'clock in the morning is what time you need to show up. So at 9 in the morning, that's when all the festivities, all the excitement's kind of beginning. 9 in the morning. First 100 people are getting a super special goodie bag. Now I can kind of show you. Now that everybody's left, there's the front. Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, even though it's kind of small, it's not. It's like the TARDIS. On the outside, it looks small. And you get on the inside, and it's full of knowledge, full of goodness, full of kindness, full of just great, great medical cannabis. And remember, we're here in Florida. If you have a medical cannabis card in the state of Florida, you are welcome to come and purchase. And tomorrow, same thing. So tomorrow you can come, you can purchase, you can be a part of the magic. Even if you don't have a card, you can still be a part of the magic. And that's the greatest thing. So another car coming in. Oh, thought they were. I was gonna conceal their entry, but pretty jazzed. So let me see. All right, you have 45 minutes left, people. 45 minutes left to get in the Goldflower tonight. So if you're coming to Goldflower this evening, you've got 45 minutes left. 4-5. 4-5, I'm telling you. I feel very loosey-goosey. I feel very vacation-y, but I'm not. I've been working my ass off, but I feel it. I think it's the shirt. I think it's Bonita Springs. Bonita has got a certain vibe about it. You know, this is where people with money come to retire. I that's what it feels like to me. It feels like people, you know. Enjoy. I was reading a text. But this is where people come. And I love the Ocala one. Ocala is a great store. I love Ocala. You know, great people there. Trey is kicking ass with a great team of people over in Ocala. And look, over here, Bonita Springs. It's not the size of the store that matters. It's not the size that matters. No, it's the goodness that you're going to find inside. And inside, you're finding great goodness. And that's, so that's how we're doing it. Look, and they're constantly coming. You know, there's a lot of energy, a lot of people showing up. And I think that's really exciting. So tonight, that's why we're going live. We're just kind of bringing the energy in. We're bringing the goodness in. We're telling people, letting them know, look, I'm putting it out there in the universe. You want good things to happen, you put it out in the universe. You manifest it. You push it out there in energy. Remember, it's positive, forward momentum. And that's what's going on. So right now, people are still showing up. We're out here in front of the location, just kind of hanging out. Last minute touches are going on inside. And you know, tonight's micro topic, let me just pull that up. There's so many micro topics tonight. Don't even know which. Oh, also, I was going to remind you, check this out. Here we go. Super fantastic stuff. So right here, okay, that's the Sugar Shack. The Sugar Shack. So tomorrow night, after the grand opening, the Sugar Shack has a huge event going on in downtown Bonita Springs. So downtown Bonita Springs is hosting a huge party at the Sugar Shack. Sugar Shack is food, it's fun, it's music, it's community, it's a lot going on. So that's tomorrow night. I think tonight they've got a band or they've got an artist. I don't know what the hell's going on tonight, but I do know Saturday they've got a costume contest. They've got some other great shit happening. That's from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock tomorrow. But here, really the big deal is tomorrow's grand opening. 9 o'clock in the morning. It can only see me, in case you're wondering. Doesn't see anything behind me. It blocks it all. So just to make sure, we'll go a little more this way or a little more that way. Blocks everything. There we go. Until they leave, and then I can free up where I'm at. So just trying to keep it compliant, keep people happy. And I understand that the uncomfortability if somebody's broadcasting live and being shown on camera and you don't want to be seen. I understand entirely. Look, so I'm trying to keep everybody happy, but at the same time, keep that live energy happening right here as well. Bonita is a whole vibe. It's a whole vibe. So all right, so micro topics for tonight, just to let you know some of the goodies that we're going to talk about. And I'll be honest, I don't know how long I can last out here. It's so hot. It is so humid. It is so muggy. It's like rough. I'm like, it's rough. You get out here and it's like, wow, crazy stuff. Just so humid. I swear, it's got to feel like it's still like 95, 100 degrees out here. Down south, it's hotter. Where I live, I complain that it's hot. I complain that it's muggy. And then I get down here and then I'm like, shit, where I live is not so bad. Where I live is like a bit of a vacation as compared to down here. It is. This is like crazy humidity. That's what's happening. Crazy humidity that's what's happening out here. Okay, a little bit of hat hair, not a problem. Just hanging. We're just here. Okay, micro topics. I would really like to have a smoky toke at the moment. And with gold flower behind me, all I want to do is smoke now. All I want to do is have some of that beautiful Durban poison. They've got it. Some of the Blue Dream, they've got it. So both great strains, really delicious, really enjoyable. They have them right over here at the Gold Flower, Bonita Springs. And again, don't forget, tomorrow, grand opening. That's the magic out here. First 100 people get amazing goodie bag. We're giving away, from what I understand, unless things change, everybody who comes in gets a free eighth. We got pre-rolls we're giving away. We've got gummies, and these are the sleep chews, the nighttime chews, the ones I was telling you about, that they were developed by AI. So it was like 20, 25 years of research had gone into these gummies. 20, 25 years of research went into these gummies for the perfect flavor, the perfect terp and smell, the perfect texture, the perfect substrate, the perfect levels of everything. And it was all done by AI. And I'll tell you, gummies don't work with me. Gummies have never worked with me. These gummies are genius. So that's the big difference. The big difference is, I guess they have to be formulated by AI for it to work on me. No, but the formulation works beautifully. And I've been telling everybody I talk to, sleep chews, look, for me, I don't sleep at night. And sleep is one of the most important things to use with cannabis in combination. Cannabis is key for health, but as long as you use it in combination. Cannabis on its own, no. It's the combination of things. For example, I say sleep. Sleep is so important. You need 6 to 8 hours a night, every night. I'm lucky if I get 3 hours a night, I'm lucky. With these gummies, no problem. 2 gummies, I lay down, I close my eyes. 7 hours later, I'm getting up and I'm like, oh, what is going on? But that's what happens. 7 hours later, I am out like a light. So the gummies, they work beautifully. They work genius. And so that's why I've been promoting them all over the place. It's very few and far between that I find a gummy that works magic. That's what it does. Look, cannabis and the combination. So for me, for example, I've been really bloated lately. Everything I eat. So I've had to readjust the way I eat and what I eat. So I'm on the road a lot. I'm on the road 4 out of 5, usually 5 out of 7 days. I'm on the road, at least 5 days a week. I mean, I'm on the road every day, but out of town at least 5 days a week. So I eat on the go. I eat whatever I can pick up. And a lot of times that's going to be very heavy carbs. That's going to be a lot of bready material, a lot of fried stuff. So I have to stay away from fried food. I have to stay away from bread. Um, but also I'm changing the way I eat. So now I'm fasting. I'm doing a 16-hour fast every day. Well, when I say that, I stop eating at 8 o'clock. I'm supposed to stop drinking too, but the show's going on. So I'm not eating anything else tonight. I'm just going to drink this and the show's over, no food, no drink. And I won't eat again until 1 o'clock. So no espressos, no nothing. And I won't eat again until 1 o'clock the next day. That's 16 hours. 8 o'clock to 1 o'clock is a 16, and most of that time you're asleep. Now, where does cannabis come in? You need to sleep. Sleep is so important. Sleep is recharge for the body. So that's why I talk about the nighttime chews. That's why I talk about the gummies. The gummies are so absolutely genius because they knock you out. They make you tired naturally. It's not a false tired. It's not a heavy tired. So the nighttime chews by Space Coast, fantastic. Really, I definitely recommend. So it's cannabis and the combination of things. I for example, there was a time that I didn't really feel the effects of cannabis anymore. It's because I was eating too much fast food. I was clogging my body up with the wrong fats. The wrong fats were clogging up my body, clogging up my system, and they weren't allowing me to, or they weren't allowing the cannabinoids to travel freely through my body. So I had to change the type of fat or the type of fats that I'm consuming. So I started consuming avocado. I started consuming smoked salmon and smoked fish. And that's where you get those omegas, omega 3s, omega 6. I started consuming raw cannabis, like eating actual raw cannabis and making the tea. And that's in the combination where it started to change things. So it wasn't just about cannabis on its own, it's cannabis and the combination of things. And that's why I love using gold flower. Why? Because it's organic. It's hand trimmed. All those trichomes are going to stay on the bud. Okay, the person's come out. Now I can stand over here. So now we can back up a little bit and relax. Mm. Mm. So, and tonight, look, I'm being healthy, even though, I mean, it's probably got a ton of sugar in it. How much sugar does it have? It shouldn't have crazy amounts of sugar. I'm like, it shouldn't have crazy amounts of sugar, and it's probably got like 40 grams. No, I can't read. Where's my lighter? I don't have my lighter. Okay, let me see if I can find it. Sugar, sugar, sugar. Where is sugar? It's probably a crazy amount. It's probably not even in English. I'm like, it's probably not even in English. Wait, I can't find it. Where is it? Sodium. There's sodium in here. So there's salt. This is coconut water. And there's sugar. There's salt. There's a bunch of crap that shouldn't be in here, but it is tasty. This is delicious. Which one is this? This is the Ibira coconut water. And it's agua de coco con pulpa, with pulp. So it has pulp. But I believe that's one of the more delicious cannabis waters. Cannabis waters. That's one of the more delicious coconut waters that you can have. Okay. So we'll stand over here so you can't see. All right. Let's just put that this way. Trying to respect the people and trying to respect their privacy going in and out of the dispensaries. So instead, it just shows me and it doesn't show them. It's the excitement of being out here. I think this part of Florida is very different from where I live. I live more in a forested area of Florida. Stephen, welcome. Highly motivated. Good to see you, Steve. Welcome to the show. It's good to have you here. And that's the great thing about it. It's everybody coming together. And what an awesome, awesome thing. So Steven's here on the Insta Cha-Cha. And Steven, as you can tell behind me, well, I'll move in a moment, but behind me is gold flower. Right there on the sign. Hard to make out because it's glittering so much. But there's gold flower. I'm here in the parking lot, just hanging out, being a part of the vibe, being a part of the excitement out here. And I'm wearing my beachy linen shirt because it's breathable and it's hot as sin out here. I don't know how much longer I can last. We've gone 30 minutes so far tonight, but it is so hot. It is so steamy. Lion's Order concentrates. Absolutely. I'm glad you said Lion's Order. Man, that stuff is the bomb. That is the bomb. So definitely excited. Grand opening tomorrow. Huge discounts. Look, there's still people showing up tonight. So tonight we still got people coming in, coming out. And I think that's awesome. And let me see how much time we have left. There should be, you still have 30 minutes tonight. So if you want to get in and get some cannabis tonight, you still have 30 minutes. You still have a little bit of time. You still have a little bit of an opportunity. But again, 30 minutes left to go tonight. But we're still doing last minute setups and bits and pieces inside the location. And I just figured I wanted to hang out here and bring some extra energy, to the location. Some extra vibe. I just have to wait till people move. So if there's somebody parked behind me, I'm just hiding their car. I'm like hiding their vehicle. See Goldflower right there. Oh, it's fantastic. Danny, everybody, we've got Chicago Danny over here. Chicago Danny, welcome. Highly motivated. So we're here in Bonita Springs right now. So Naples is below me. Then there's Bonita. Then there's Fort Myers. And then there's Cape Coral. So Cape Coral, Fort Myers, Bonita Springs, Naples. And we're like pretty far down on the map. I think Miami is only like an hour away. I think Miami is like a hop, skip, and a jump. That's it. Mix and match, snag and grab. The batter I heard is super delicious. You heard right. You heard right. The batter is more than super delicious. The batter here at Goldflower is probably some of the best I've ever had. Everything they do is some of the best because it comes from great flour. It comes from great people. It comes from great understanding and know-how and knowledge and just good vibe and energy that goes into it. Look, it matters. If you love your bud, it shows. If you love what you're doing, it shows. So anyways, I was mentioning I'm wearing my lovely linen. This is, of course, is another Plato's Closet find. This was like $4. $4. Beautiful linen shirt. I feel very retired-esque. Very retired. But Bonita Springs has that vibe. It gets very quiet the later it gets out here because all the older generation go out to eat at like 5 o'clock. Like the early bird specials around here. I think we need to have an early bird special over here at the dispensary. If the dispensary had an early bird special, I think it'd be on fire. I'm just saying. Hey, El Maestro 420, welcome. Highly motivated. We got El Maestro over here on the Instagram or the Insta Cha-Cha. And of course, over here, we've got Christopher, Horticulture. We've got Giraffe and Danny. Danny. So over here on Twitch, it's Danid 922. So Danid 922, welcome to the show. Welcome to the vibe. Welcome to the excitement. And this is, it's hot. The excitement in Florida it's fucking hot. It is like so ridiculous here. What is it? It's 8:30 at night and it's still got to be like 100 degrees. It's 8:30 at night and the humidity you can cut with a knife. So just so you know, the attire that you should be wearing lovely linen clothing. Just let it breathe, baby. Let it breathe. I'm trying something a little different with my style right now, trying to shake it up. I'm wearing these interesting orangey brown corduroy pants, some leopard shoes, a linen shirt. I think I am dressed appropriately for Bonita Springs. I think I fit the fit check out here. I fit the vibe here in Bonita. It's like the old man vibe. It's like I don't give a shit vibe. It's like I don't care how I look leaving the house. That is the vibe that I am pushing off right now. But very exciting complex. We've got Jersey Mike's. We've got a bagel place. We've that's coconut pieces I'm spitting out. It's like mobile pajamas. Linen is kind of like a mobile pajama. I love it though. It feels good. It feels loose. I should dress like this, but the only problem is like linen starts to starts to thread very easily. It's cool where Danny is. Danny says it's 67. Holy shit. By the way, Danny, right across the street is Chabad of Bonita Springs. So the Chabad is right across the street. And you know why that's important? So the Jewish religious people on Friday night, on Saturday, they don't drive anywhere. But if they run out of cannabis, they can walk to Goldflower. They can walk. They can walk to Goldflower. So the religious, the Chabad, the Chabad here in Bonita Springs is right there across the street. So big Chabad complex. And when they need their cannabis, they're going to walk over here. They don't drive on Saturday or Sunday, but they're going to walk here and pick up their weed because it's organic. And the religious Jewish people want organic weed. So this is a huge snowbird destination. Bonita Springs, huge snowbird destination. And so tomorrow's grand opening, which I'm super jazzed about. And then after the grand opening, we've got the Sugar Shack. Sugar Shack downtown Bonita Springs is also putting on quite an event. But the event is here. It's first. Get here early. 9 o'clock in the morning. First 100 people. Oy vey. Oy vey. Everybody's getting a free eighth. Free goodies. Free gummies. T-shirts and bags and you name it. So Sergey, I didn't even see Sergey was here. Sergey, welcome. Highly motivated. Fantastic. We've got Sergey here. And I'm glad to see that Highly Motivated is working tonight on multiple platforms. And I'm still trying to get used to the fact that I don't have a beard. But I've been manifesting it to grow back quickly, and it is. It's pretty much already back. It's already grown back. Just like by tomorrow or the next day, I should have a full beard again. So we're out here in the parking lot of Goldflower Cannabis, Bonita Springs, just kind of soaking in the energy and the excitement of it all. And that's kind of it. That's the excitement. That's the fun. So, I don't know. We have micro topics. Micro topics. I'm not even sure what that, I mean, you even want to hear this? I'll tell you. I'm going to tell you what we might still talk about. So if I end this, by the way, if I end the show early tonight here, I'm going to pick it back up again at the hotel. No, maybe at the Sugar Shack. No, that's too far away. That's too much moving. That's too many moving parts. Let me see. Let's do tefillin. Yes, Danny, we should wrap up the arms. We should put the I don't even know what anything's called anymore. My brain's not. This is what happens when you smoke a joint right before you go live. You smoky tokey a little bit right before you go live, and then everything that you do after that point is totally jumbled. Now, if I were smoking while going live, perfectly fine. But if I smoke really fast and then I go live, everything is jumbled. Everything is all over the place. So that's why tonight, the most exciting thing is the grand opening that's happening tomorrow. I can't get enough. And of course, the giveaway tonight. Listen, the beautiful Goldflower cooler bag. And inside the cooler bag, check it out. Inside the cooler bag, we're also giving away the Thermi, or a thermos cup, a special edition thermos cup from Goldflower. Tell me that's not cool. It's got a gold bottom. I wish I had a gold bottom. No? So anyways, we're giving those away tonight here on the show, here on the episode. And that's it. That's what's happening. So just making sure nobody's walking out. So I'm kind of blocking their entry in and out of the store. But once people move, I'll show you again. We got balloons up already. I think we've got most of the goodies up. TVs are up. This is exciting. This is a busy parking lot. Even if people are not coming here to Goldflower, this is quite a busy parking lot. And I think, and it's even great that there's a lot of people coming tonight, but tomorrow are the festivities. Smoke exclusive. Welcome. Highly Motivated. Everybody Smoke exclusive. They do some really lovely papers. They've got some great products. Definitely check them out on the Insta Cha-Cha. here on the Insta Cha-Cha, we've got Smoke Exclusive. So everybody, just letting you know, we're coming to you from multiple channels. I always like to mention that because sometimes we're not available on Instagram. Sometimes, like all the time right now, we're not available on Facebook because Facebook is an asshole. We're not available on YouTube. Why? YouTube is a bit of an asshole. But that's, unless I'm live right now, I don't know. It's like I have no clue. I could be talking shit and I'm live as we speak. You know what I'm going to do? We're just going to double check. We're going to double check because I could be totally wrong. Totally wrong. But we're going to find out right now. I'm double checking, triple checking. Let's see if I'm live. And I am not. It says I'm live. It says that I'm live, but it's showing nothing. I'm just looking. Let me see what's happening. Yeah, nothing at all. I'm like, nothing at all. It says that I'm live and it shows a picture and it says live, but that's it. So you can never, I can't trust the YouTubey. The YouTubey, I just cannot trust. That's just how it is. Okay. So micro topics tonight. So some of the micro topics I wanted to talk about this evening, Vimanas, the Indian Vimana. That was one of the interesting things that popped up. Mercury engines. So the Indian Vimana and Mercury engines. That was something we wanted to chit chat a little bit about. Confucius, health and wellness combinations. Well, I wanted to talk about that. Near-death experiences is something I wanted to carry from NDEs. I wanted to carry that from last show, which was on Wednesday. We might get into that. We might not. Stephen, that was actually in honor of you on Wednesday's show that you missed because we weren't live on Instagram. But on Wednesday's show, you missed it, but we talked about you. And we talked about your experience and your NDE. So Stephen, stupid grower, had quite a traumatic accident, and he died for like almost 10 minutes. And in that NDE, near-death experience or death experience, he was in a blackness, in a void, and he saw nothing. Now, he said he heard everything, but he saw and felt nothing. So on Wednesday's show, we were kind of talking about different NDEs. And also Mike from the Horde of Culture. So Mike from the Horde of Culture, he also had an NDE, a near-death experience. But his near-death experience lasted, he was clinically dead for 28 minutes. 28 minutes. Holy shit. And Mike's experience was totally different from Steven's. And we were talking about that. So you remember when I told you I had let me see, a Scentbirds subscription right now, Crazy Smell Good Colognes. Hope you're having an amazing week. Smoke Exclusive, thank you. I hope you're having a great week. So because of Steven, we were talking a little bit about the experiences. Oh, there was almost an accident just now. That would have been crazy shit. So because of Steven, we were talking about near-death experiences. And that's one of the micro topics. So tonight's multiple micro topics, Vimanas, Mercury engines. Let me see also. Oh, Royal Rife, the Royal Rife inventions. Hey, Maddie, how you doing? You know, doing a little bit of live. Don't worry, it doesn't see anybody but me. You know.
I'm glad it doesn't see anyone.
I've been really good. Like when the cars show up, listen, we're live now, but when the cars show up, everybody, this is Maddie.
Hi, Oren's fan group.
And look, and also you're here on the Insta Cha-Cha as well.
Hi,
So
I leave, but I have food.
Oh, you have, hey.
Not for you.
Oh.
Sorry.
You heard that? But I can't eat now. It's like past that time. So I can't eat now.
I understand. Zena, this is Oren's life.
How are you doing?
I'm Zena. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. I'm good.
So we're just that way. Occasionally, I'm like, as soon as a car leaves, I'll show it and be like, look, we're in process. The parking lot. The balloons are up though. No, yes. That's exciting though. When you see balloons,
yes,
I'm excited.
Yes.
Look, I would stop just for balloons. I'm all about the balloons alone. Okay.
All right, we're gonna unpack my car.
You do your thing. Absolutely awesome. Oh, did they ever bring the surfboard from Lion's Order? Okay. All right. So I think Eric said he was going to come down with the surfboard.
Surfboard.
Yeah, it's a huge Lion's Order surfboard. Okay. So excited. Tomorrow, see, we're all getting jazzed. We're all getting pumped. You still got about 15 minutes before they close. So in 15 minutes, Goldflower closes today, and tomorrow it reopens. Grand opening, grand celebration, grand discounts. Look, you know me, I'm all about a good discount. I'm all about getting a great deal. And with Goldflower, it's always a great deal. It's organic, it's hand trimmed, it's living soil, and you're getting it for such an affordable price. We were running a special. What was it? It was like $80 mix and match ounces. You can get an ounce for $80 mix and match. Right now, I think it's at $100, like $99 mix and match ounce. That's still a great deal. That's still better than any other deal that's going on anywhere else. Let me see. And I still can remember all my lyrics. And he can still remember all of his lyrics. That's pretty wild. Now, when Steven experienced, by the way, I'm just going to go back to the NDE, the near-death experience. So, by the way, when Steven experienced his near-death experience, when he came back, and they weren't doing chest compressions, they weren't doing CPR, they weren't hitting him with like electricity. He was almost at the point where they were about to bag him up and put him in a body bag, and he sat up. Now, this is from his explanation. He sat up. And he didn't remember anybody. So he didn't remember his girlfriend, his mom, his friends, nothing. And that's why Wednesday we were kind of talking about the different near-death experiences that people have had. Some people have lived entire lives during their NDE. So once they've died, everybody's there. They've had a whole reunion. They've lived an entire world in the minutes that they were dead. So this happens in a lot of different situations. Or like Steven's situation, just like Steven's situation, nothing. And Steven, correct me if I'm wrong, tell them that they have to get my pineapple upside down gelato. You get in there, I want to see what it looks like. You want to see the inside? I might do an inside look. Look. I might do a quickie inside. Steven's on Instagram. Wait a second, let's do it. Nobody's here? Or no, there's people here. Wait, are there people? No, there's nobody. There's nobody. Okay. So let's get close. Wait, I'm coming back. Yes. Try. Get close, Steven. Steven, I'm trying to show you. Not going in. There it is. You see that? Okay. I'll probably go in a little bit. Once they close, and I make sure I have no customers on the inside, I'll go in and I'll show you the new store. Exotic Alchemy. Welcome. Highly Motivated. We're out here in the parking lot of Goldflower. Wow, that's lovely. Hey, how y'all doing? Everybody's getting so pumped, jazzed. It's looking great. We've got the dream team here. So we're going to be crazy busy, but we got the dream team going on. And again, all networks, thank you for joining. I still can remember all my lyrics. Sometimes my comments do not post, but 99% of the time, it's not an issue. 99%. Isn't it strange how sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't? Okay. So again, we've got some interesting topics. One of the topics I wanted to talk about was frequency healing. And that's Royal Rife, the Royal Rife machine. So this is really quite an interesting thing. So let's start there. Let's start there. Because there's so many things I can talk about, and I'm probably going to forget about it halfway through. So let's start. Let's start with frequency healing. So frequency healing, and that would be Royal Rife. Okay, let me get to that. One sec. Let's get all the way there. One moment. Here we go. Okay. So we've talked about this on the show before. Here on the show, let me see. So I want to see those crazy cool setups I've heard. We've got the Bud Bar inside. We have beautiful things happening. Remember, this is a much smaller location. This is a very convenient location, but it's small. It's one of the smallest. I would say this is the same size as Bradenton. So Bradenton kind of looks like the exact same setup, more or less. Very similar to what Bradenton looks like on the inside, except this one's newer, this one's fancier, this one looks more beachy. It's got a real vibe to it. So, but definitely an awesome location, awesome things going on. All right. So people are coming. That's great. I mean, again, grand opening is tomorrow. Super exciting. They're closing in about like 10 minutes. So 10 minutes, they're going to shut down. I just want to make sure if it's anybody that's showing up for the location, I want to hide their vehicles. It is. Okay. So I'm just going to stand here and hide their shit to keep it compliant. Mm. Mm. That's great coconut water, though. But now that I realize it's sugar, it's salt, it's all the things that I wasn't looking for. I'm trying to stay healthier. And because I'm trying to stay healthier, I'm drinking coconut water because I can't drink regular water. I told you it's cannabis in the combination. Cannabis on its own, it's going to get you nice and high. And THC is going to act as the glue. Wait a second. Look at this. Am I on? Wait, I see somebody on YouTube. Am I on the YouTube? Can you see me on the YouTube? I was just talking shit about YouTube. Broski, you know who that is? Do you know who that is? That's the biggest broski of them all. The biggest broski of them all, Stoner Bro Flex, is on the YouTube right now. Stoner Bro Flex, welcome. Highly motivated. Oh, I know exactly who the hell that is. I can tell. I see, hey broski. I know it's the biggest broski. Biggest broski. I just want to let you know I'm here in Bonita Springs. I know you're like Orlando or Tampa. Where are you right now? I'm like, where are you? I think he's like Tampa, Orlando. Biggest broski, I'm here in Bonita Springs. Bonita Springs is the newest grand opening that we're having. We're the newest grand opening that we're having. Grand opening tomorrow, having here in Bonita Springs. You're in Orlando. That's what I figured. You're in Orlando. And so we got to get together. I'll be in Orlando next week. Towards the end of the week, I'll be in Orlando. So we got to get together. But isn't this exciting? And I'm excited tonight. I'm excited because I can feel the energy kind of building up. I can feel like the momentum, and the momentum here is fire. Look, tomorrow, I'm not gonna even say it. I'm gonna show you. Pink Passion. Yo, that's what I smoked right before I started the show. So the Pink Passion is what I smoked. And that's a sativa. Beautiful flavor, really nice effects. You're in fact on YouTube. This is Christopher. Christopher! Welcome as Self-Time Machine Project. Welcome. Highly motivated. I went to go check the YouTube. I didn't see me. I went to go look at it. I didn't see shit. Let me see. Old school guerrilla rebels torture tactics. This humidity is like a torture tactic. Okay, wait, let me show you this. 60% off all day. And if you have a 10% stackable, what does that make it? That makes it 70% off. We're giving away gummies, pre-rolls, concentrates. We're giving away eighths tomorrow. So where we lack in expenditures for a grand opening, we stand out in what we give away. And our giveaways tomorrow, look, the prize wheel tomorrow inside, we're giving away a bunch of these bags right here. Not a bunch, a couple. And we're giving away just a few of these limited edition gold flower, check it out, limited edition gold flower Thermi, or as you people call them, a Stanley. So limited edition Stanley, a gold flower cooler bag, so you can put your drinks in here, you can take this on the river, you can take this out while you're canoeing, you could just throw it in the car for the day. But very exciting. Let me see. You show up on my subscribers list as doing a live broadcast. That is unusual. You unlocked YouTube again. I must have unlocked it. I must have found a way. Stoner Bro Flex over here. He goes, that bag is awesome. The swag bag is awesome. I'll tell you, the goodies that they do give away are fantastic because they're useful. They're not just crap. They're not crap that you're going to throw in your car and not mess with anymore. Here, our goodies are goodies. They're nice goodies. They're useful goodies. They're useful goodies. I show up on subscribers. Me too. You too? See, something must have happened. Something must have happened. The other night, I was messing with things. I told YouTube to go, but now I can't say that since I'm obviously live. I'm obviously back. And I must have broken the YouTube ban. The YouTube ban. It'd be nice if I can go live on Facebook again. Facebook had a lot of people there. that were only catching me there. But now remember, LinkedIn, Twitch, Kick, Rumble, Instagram, and YouTube. Check that out. And we're here in the parking lot. I told you I'm wearing linen tonight. I'm feeling like I'm really like orangey corduroy pants. I don't know if, wait, let me see if I can show the Insta Cha Cha. Corduroy, linen, corduroy. Oh, shit. Okay. Really cool corduroy kind of orangey pants and then leopard shoes. That's the vibe. Look, I feel like that is the regular vibe here in Bonita Springs. It's, let me see, Stoner Bro Flex sending love from IG. Stoner Bro Flex, Stupid Grower, or Steven, he is sending massive love from the Instagram your direction. So on the Insta Cha-Cha, remember you can find me as O420X, O420X. You'll find us on the Instagram. Oran, O-R-A-N, Allen, you'll find me on the LinkedIn. Same thing on the Facebook. And I think the same thing on the YouTube. Or look up Oraganji, Oraganji, just like it says right there. Look up the Oraganji, and the Oraganji, you'll find us on Twitch, Kick, Rumble. I was just looking on Rumble. I couldn't find shit. So if you find me on the Rumble, congratulations. And if not, it makes sense. So anyways, great swag we're giving away tomorrow. Great deals, giving away pre-rolls and eights and gummies. Dude, the grand opening, that's why I'm excited. Wait, let me see. On YouTube, yes, it's Oraganji. Yes, it's Oraganji. Hey, listen, hopefully next week, by next week, I've got some Oraganji swag coming in. This is pretty exciting. Oraganji swag. So swag that is very Oraganji-ish. That's very Oraganji-ish. It's the Oraganji swag. No, it's really cool shit. And so I've got coffee mugs, sunglasses, hats, t-shirts. I've got a bag coming in. All of this is branded as Oraganji. So we're going to be giving it away on our Friday night giveaways. So on the Friday night giveaway, we're going to start giving away some of the Oraganji merch, t-shirts, hats. The coffee mug is off the chain. When you see this coffee mug, you're going to be like, yo, that is the greatest coffee mug I've ever seen. That's how I do it. If I'm going to do a coffee mug, I'm going to do the greatest. I'm going to do the greatest. So very cool coffee mug, hats, sunglasses, t-shirts, just a bunch of great Oraganji merch. And that's coming hopefully next week so I can start giving it away. Okay. I like being out here with the excitement. You know, I like it. I like the city vibe. And here it is like crazy safe. Like when I came to you live in Orlando, right before the grand opening of the Orlando location, when I came to you live, I didn't feel as safe. I did not feel like I was totally fucking safe. The Orlando location is beautiful inside. No, inside it's gorgeous, isn't it? Let me see. Does it have a bowl on the handle? Does it have a bowl? Wait, great employees too. Great employees. Does it have a bowl on the handle? I don't know what you're talking about. What handle? I'm like, wait. I bet Bonita is as well. Bonita is gorgeous. I wish I could take you and show you a lot closer, but meantime, we're hiding it a bit until people leave. Again, we're about to close. Just a couple minutes, and let me see. In just a couple minutes, the location's going to be closing, and we're going to do all of our last-minute goodies for the grand opening tomorrow. So soon, Goldflower shuts down, but that's going to be fantastic. It's okay because we got a lot to do, a lot to get ready. So I was mentioning when I came live from the Orlando location the night before, I didn't feel this safe. And I feel really safe out here. Of course, I say that now, and there's ambulances and cops. There's cops in like every corner. Out here, that's like the best job to have. If you're a cop out here, everybody's a cop. I'm like, everybody's a cop. Cops in like every parking lot. This is like Bonita Springs is like Sugarland, Texas. It's everything is really clean, really nice, very corporate, like corporate as you see behind me, Imprint, hearing aids, emergency, you've got bagels, Jersey Mike's, you've got Burger Kings and Taco Bells, and everything's just CVS and Walgreens. It's very corporate, like corporately put together. But that's how Bonita Springs feels. Not a lot of mom and pop feel, but there's a lot of great mom and pop shops. There's like restaurants and pubs. So there's a lot of restaurants, there's a lot of pubs. Anyway, so what I was saying, I feel really safe though, because in Orlando, when I was doing the pregame, when I was doing the show from the location, we heard gunshots. There was people arguing and yelling, and there was some crazy shit going on. And I was doing it from the back of my truck. So from the back of my truck, we were doing the broadcast, and we had Ponytail. Ponytail is one of the guys that lives in the area, and he was giving us the history of the Four Corners. And that's exactly where we set up the location for in Orlando, was right there on the old school Four Corners of Orlando. They called it the Four Corners because you can get everything there. Everything. And everything was happening over there. And I think they still call it the Four Corners. Wait, is still have my ceramic gold leaf mug from Black Friday. Do you still have a gold leaf mug from? I have a mug for you. I've got some gold leaf shit for you. Some really nice stuff. But I've got some good stuff coming out that's origami labeled, and I'm really excited about that as well. But I do feel safe. I mean, I feel much safer here in the parking lot. I mean, I say that until I hear gunshots. I say that until I hear like some pop, 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 and I'm like, look, what was it? On Wednesday night, I was doing a little smoky tokey in the parking lot, and I was paranoid. The paranoia actually made me feel a little more high. But honestly, not necessarily. I mean, without the paranoia, I think it would have been better. It would have been easier, and it's because I'm in a place I don't know, and it's because I'm uneasy about my surroundings, even though nobody gives a shit, even though nobody cares. It doesn't matter. I'm still uneasy about my surroundings, so that's why I had a lot of paranoia Wednesday smoking, and that added to my initial high, but not to the really enjoyment of what I was doing. So I didn't enjoy enough. I could have enjoyed my cannabis more by not stressing out. So I say I feel safer here, but the sirens really haven't stopped. Oh, they're coming to get me. They're coming to get me. Um, wouldn't that be crazy? I say that and then they show up right over here. Oh, no. There's something going on over there. Oh, there's some shit happening. Okay. I keep seeing them turn down that direction. Obviously, all the excitement's going on over there. Well, really, the excitement's happening here. This is the excitement. Look, wait, minutes? Okay, I think they're closed. There's still a car in front. I'm going to wait till it moves before I open up your view of what's behind me. Trying to be healthier, trying to be better about what I consume, what I put in my body. So I'm drinking a pulpy coconut water, which is delicious. Agua de coco with con pulpa. Con pulpa contains pulp. It's actually Iberia. It's a very delicious coconut water. But as I was reading the ingredients, or starting to read them to you because I can't really see them, I saw it has sodium. I don't know how much. That's salt. And it's got sugars. I can't read how much because I'm blind. I'm like so blind. Wait, maybe I'm a little bit better now. Trans fat. Oh, at least it has 0. Saturated fat, 0. These are good starts. Total fat, 0. Sodium, 45 milligrams. That seems like a lot of salt. Sugar? Wait. No, wait. What is that? Is that what I'm thinking? No, shut up. It's got vitamins. That's at least good. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Wait, it's got calcium. There's calcium and then there's iron. Nope, no iron. There's calcium and then there's potassium. So there's potassium and there's calcium and there's sugar. 20, wait. In a total serving, 19 grams of sugar? Shut up. No, it's more than that. Wait. I'm like, wait, I'm like reading this, and there's a whole bunch of different numbers. There is a lot of sugar in this coconut water. Sugar is one of the things I'm trying to cut from my diet. And it's not really a diet. I don't give a shit if I lose weight. It's not about that. I want to feel better. I want to feel cardiovascularly better. I want to have, I want my blood clean and running good in the body. I want my body ready to take on infections or diseases or sicknesses, whatever. It matters what you put in your body. And to me, cannabis is a great start. I eat cannabis raw. I make tea from cannabis. And the reason I bring that up so often, and the reason I think it's such a big deal, because it matters the cannabis that you get. Look, if your cannabis isn't organic or comparably organic, if it's not hand trimmed, if it's not living soil, you're going to taste it. You're going to taste the pesticides and the fertilizers and the boosts that they don't wash out of the plant. So that's what you're going to taste. If you make a tea with anybody's shit besides gold flowers, you're going to taste that. You're going to see. It's just, there's a difference. The bud is the difference. The way they make it is the difference. You see, the Orlando location is in a shady location for sure. Hard to get into, but the store itself is nice. It is. It's funny about Orlando. You're right. Kind of hard to get to from the other side of the street, but it's a great spot. And it is a little shady because that's the four corners of Orlando. And if you know the history of the four corners, it was a pretty shady beginnings there. No wonder you can't sleep, brother. Better take a couple of gummies. Better take. I take two of those nighttime chews by Space Coast. I take two out. I took them on the show. I was like all giddy. I'm like laughing hysterically. Yeah, those gummies are excellent. They're AI derived, by the way. They're made by AI. 25 years of research into terpenes, aromas, flavonoids, color, texture, substrate, the right amount. I mean, one of the best gummies I've ever had, and knocks me out. I sleep 7 hours. And I was speaking earlier why that's such an amazing combination, cannabis and health. And it's using those two things together. And I said, I make a tea. The tea is to help reset your stomach, to reset your microbiome. It's all about the combination. So I'm fasting 16 hours. Like I go to sleep, I'm fasting all that time. I'm asleep 7 hours. I stop eating at 8 o'clock. I don't eat again till 1 o'clock. But by doing that, my body's producing new white blood cells. By doing that, my body is resetting my stomach. So I'm not fasting to lose weight. I'm fasting to cleanse my body of the impurities that we put into it. Look, the fast food, the sodas, the sugar, all of that stuff together, and that really, it deteriorates your body. I eat cannabis raw. I make tea with it. So I'm doing things more on a medical side, on an ancient side. We go back to ancient medicine. Ancient medicine is making tea. By the way, as you can see the location again, right there, all vehicles have left. Right there, gold flower cannabis. Look at that. The balloons are up. We're getting ready inside. I can see the prize wheel from here. All the way in the back of the store, they've got the prize wheel. Yo, what a great prize wheel, huh? And when you go inside, you can see all of the brands. Lion's Order, Octane, Heisman, So Fresh, just released Durban Poison and Blue Dream. So right now, this location, you can't find that at any other location. Right now, this location, Bonita Springs, has Durban Poison, has Blue Dream. Do you know how amazing Durban Poison is? That's THCV. That's the extended hydrocarbon. Ooh, Eric wants to be. Let me see if I can get him in here. Let me see if we can get Eric in the show. Eric is with Lion's Order. So Lion's Order is one of the brands that we have right here. Let me accept it. There we go. Go live. Let me see if we can get him in. So Lion's Order is one of the brands that we have right here at Goldflower. Lion's Order, again, is Rohan Marley, Bob Marley's son, marketing genius, marketing arm behind the Marleys. Let me see. So they have graphic shirts. There are some beautiful graphic shirts. Durban Poison. So wait, I was going to tell you the great thing about Durban Poison. Durban Poison, the amazing thing with it, here, let me see if I can accept them again. Let me do that. Let me do it again and again and again. I'm trying. It's working. Um, Durban grows wild in South Africa. And the amazing thing about Durban is it wasn't a stabilized strain until they crossbred it with Thai cannabis. So they crossbred it with Thai cannabis, and once they crossbred it with Thai cannabis, it stabilized the strain, which made it Durban Poison, and it's high, super high in THCV. My question, my interesting question right now is what gave it? I think it's the Thai cannabis. Thai cannabis being high in Durban Poison or THCV. Only in the northeast range. Lions batter, Durban and blue. Can you say yes, please? Can I say yes, please? I say absolutely. I say Durban Poison, fantastic. Let me see. But no, we've got some great strains. Great. This is, when you look at Gold Flower is like a house of brands, a house of cannabis brands. So I said Lion's Order, Rockin' Flower, Rockin' Concentrates and Batter. You've got So Fresh, Doghouse Farms, Octane, Ricky Williams, and the Heisman. There is so much G-Putt. I said Octane with Randy Lanier. Randy Lanier, the race car driver. Randy's going to be here tomorrow. I'm so excited. I can't wait to get Randy right here. Randy the man, right here on the podcast. Randy Lanier is with freedomgrow.org. Randy was and still is, but was back in the day, a race car driver, quite a good race car driver. And he was pulled over and busted transporting large amounts of marijuana. He went to jail for like 26, 27 years. That's a long time. He got out of jail, and he's been advocating to get other people out of jail, to release them, people that are there because of cannabis crimes. Nobody should be in jail because of cannabis. Nobody should be in jail because of cannabis. And Randy with freedomgrow.org, he's working on that. That's become his mission. And we carry Octane, which is Randy Lanier's brand, right here at Gold Flower. So Lion's Order, Octane, Heisman, So Fresh, Doghouse, Ideal, Hot Damn. I get excited. Okay. And all of that is on sale tomorrow. All of that is 60% off store-wide. Holy shit. And we're giving away ventees or items. I can't even say what we're giving. I'm not supposed to say. So I said it, but don't listen to me. We're giving shit away tomorrow. First 100 people, we are more than giving shit away. Tomorrow's first 100 giveaway is like, it's insane. It's insane. If you're here and you're one of the first 100, the goodie bags are off the chain. Goodie bags, cups, lighters, sunglasses, hats, t-shirts. You're getting all of that tomorrow. And not just that, you're going to get some free weed. Don't say anything. Don't tell them I told you, but I'm telling you. And some of those nighttime chews by Space Coast, I think we're giving those away tomorrow too. I think everybody's going to get some red Cabernet, some Space Coast gummies. Shut up. It's fantastic. That's why I love grand openings. I don't give a shit about anything else but the discounts. I'm all about good weed affordably. And that's what you're going to find at Gold Flower. They have the quality of the top 3 here in Florida, but the price of the bottom 3. Isn't that amazing? So the price is so low for, those are beautiful, beautiful cars. Wow. That's what's nice. Later you get here, people are like really, but I don't know why they do that. There's cops on every corner. There's a cop on, that's a nice truck. Hot damn. Beautiful. I don't get vehicle jealous until I come down to like South Florida. When I come down to South Florida, that's when I get vehicle jealous. Let me see, we need to get a Gold Flower to do a Horde of Culture strain. Definitely a sativa. A Horde of Culture strain, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. We should try Vita Coco. It doesn't have as much sugar. There's so much, holy shit, like 19 grams of sugar. I feel like I'm not being very healthy. I feel like I'm being like the opposite of healthy right now. Mm. Mm. Okay. I think Goldflower definitely needs to name a strain after the Horn of Culture. 100% must be a sativa. I want them to name a strain after the Oregonji. An Oregonji has to be a sativa. And it has to have Durban poison. It has to have Northern Lights. It has to be a direct lineage of Thai cannabis. I mean, oh, coconut pieces. That's what happens when you get to the bottom of your drink. It's all just like coconut waiting to attack. Lots of cool cars out here tonight. I've seen a lot of Ferraris while I'm out here. I've seen 2 Lamborghini SUVs. So, ooh, that was lightning. We may not have as much time as I thought we had. I saw 2 Lamborghini SUVs. A Lamborghini SUV. What is that about? If you're going to have a Lamborghini, have a fucking Lamborghini, not an SUV. I don't know. I guess that's kind of cool. They've got like Ferrari SUVs, Porsche SUVs. There's a lot of really nice vehicles out here. A lot of really nice vehicles. I get vehicle jealous. I start seeing like these really cool Mercedes, Jeeps. And I'm like, ooh. I saw one earlier all jacked up. It was a white Mercedes Jeep, super jacked up with a light bar, big tires. Man, it was gorgeous. Gorgeous. I was like, damn. If I'm going to have a Mercedes, that's the kind of Mercedes I want to have. I want to get a Mercedes and jack that thing up. I want to get a Mercedes and see how high I can get it. I want to highly motivate my Mercedes. That's what I want to do. Anyways, just seeing it again, you can see everybody's working on the inside. If you can spot right there, I think that's Maddie. Right there, that little person right there that you can see right there. Oh, wait, there's other little people. I'm like, there's other little people in there. Right now, they're doing everything they can to make sure the store is not only in perfect shape, everything is in working order. All the computer systems are paying attention. That way we don't have any glitches tomorrow. That way, while it's incredibly busy with all these great deals and specials, that it doesn't impede the busyness. So they're doing all the final checks tonight. But look, we're doing pregame right now. Pregame, Goldflower, Friday night, Friday sesh. I can't wait to smoke. I might even come back live later on tonight from somewhere else. You don't know. You never know how that's going to go. You see, I need a new hat. Steven, I'm going to get you one of the Oregonji hats. For sure, I'll get you an Oregonji hat. Do they have snapbacks? They do have snapbacks in here. I will get you. Look. Steven deserves an Oregonji hat. And when you see the beautiful Oregonji design that I have put together, that is going to be going on t-shirts, coffee mugs, and hats, I'm going to be giving them away here on the show. It's going to be very exciting. And look, in this complex, we got Jersey Mike's. We got a bagel place. Shut up. That bagel place is so delicious. I mean, I didn't eat. I smelled. I was smelling it. But from smell alone, oh, I gained like I walked in there, I gained like a pound. I walked out, I was like, oh, this is not good. I can't even walk into the place. I walked in, I was like, oh, smells so good. A pound, at least a pound I gained, at least. It's because it's Florida. All the money settled down in the bottom end of it. It feels like that. This is the retirement, the rich retirement area from Naples to here, to Bonita. These are where the snowbirds come to. These are where the people with some decent money come to. Because again, there's everything very corporate over here. Very, very clean, very well presented. A lot of jewelry shops, like high-end jewelry, a lot of plastic surgery out here. So there's a lot of plastic surgery places, a lot of high-end jewelry places, a lot of high-end vehicle places. This is Bonita Spring. I mean, it's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. The gardening out here, people have made beautiful botanical gardens all over the place. Everywhere you look, there are palm trees. Look, I don't know if you could see Instagram. Look, everywhere you look, there are palm trees everywhere. And as I turn around, look, you got more palm trees. More palm trees in the complex. There's more palm. Those are fox. I think that's like a foxtail. Very beautiful. But you see that? There's more palm trees everywhere you look. Here, there's palm trees and beautiful, beautiful landscaping. To me, that shows a location that gives a shit. And that also shows, I think, like the money in a place. There's a lot of money here in Bonita Springs. And you see it in the gardening. You see it in the landscaping. You see it in how they bring the city together. It's very, very nice. Very nice. Very nice. I don't like it so clean. I like it a little dirty. I like it a little dirty. Too clean is too nice is too much for me. I like it with a little bit of attitude. I like it with a little bit of pizzazz, a little bit of oomph. That's what I like. There's not as much oomph out here as I would like. Maybe it's the danger level, like Orlando. Orlando has a little bit more of a danger level. I don't feel danger out here. Maybe that's it. Maybe I need a little bit of danger level. Wait, what is that? Is that the moon? Is that the moon we're looking at? That's the moon. I just realized it's like a little sliver of the moon. And you could tell that it's starting to get cloudy because that moon has got like a haze over it. But we're out here hanging out with the moon, the moony, moony moon, moon. We've gone an hour, almost an hour and a half, and I haven't smoked. I haven't smoked in an hour and a half. I can't handle this. It's fucking hot out here. Holy shit. I need air conditioning. It would be ideal if I can come to you from the middle of a botanical jungle with air conditioning. So an indoor air-conditioned botanical jungle. Actually, out here in Bonita, Naples, they have some really awesome destinations that are beautiful. There's a botanical jungle out here. There's some seascapes. There's a gorgeous zoo. This is a happening area, but it gets quiet late at night because it's a lot of early bird specials. A lot of early bird specials going on. But as you all can see, it's right there. Goldflower. We're getting ready. We're getting pumped. We're getting excited. We're getting a lot of things going right here behind me. So tomorrow, 9 o'clock in the morning, we open the doors. We cut the ribbon. First 100 people, goodie bags so good, forget about it. A goodie bag so good. I said forget about it. The festivities are happening here tomorrow, and they're going to be absolutely off the chain. And again, I already told you all the amazing brands that we're going to be offering right here tomorrow. Okay, so we've gone through a lot of things. I told you I had a lot of micro topics, but out here, I guess it's a weird place to go through. Not weird. Nothing's a weird place. I guess it's only weird because I'm saying it's weird. It's not weird. It's not a weird place. It's as interesting of an environment as any environment to talk about our micro topics. So I guess, even though Cheshire Cat Moon, it is. Yeah, it's a bit, isn't it? Isn't that cool? We get a little bit of a moony moon. Let me see if I can give you a little bit more. Nope. Let me turn it this way. A little more moony moon. There we go. A little more moony moon. Moony, moony moon. Here, I'll stand here. That way, I'm in between Goldflower and the moon. And then I'll just move this one here. Or maybe I could just put this on the other side. Maybe that makes more sense. Maybe that, no, it doesn't. It doesn't. It was like I found the perfect spot and then I moved it. Okay. So even though we're not going to get too much into our micro topics, I do want to talk about one. And that was Royal Rife. Royal Rife. And you may be thinking, who the hell is this Royal Rife? So we've talked about it on the show before. Royal Rife, he discovered many things. And this is not some quack science guy. This guy was absolute genius. So for him to be discredited in modern times, or even back then in the 1930s, 1940s, he was discredited because of his frequency technology. So I want to talk about Royal Raymond Rife. He was born in 1888 in Nebraska, and from a young age, he showed an unusual fascination with science, engineering, and biology. He studied at Johns Hopkins University, developed his skills across multiple disciplines, optics, electronics, microbiology. This cross-disciplinary genius is what later allowed him to design machines unlike anything seen before. before I go too far, he was responsible for creating the universal microscope. So back then in the 1900s, microscopes could only get as far as like 20,000 magnification. 20,000 magnification. Royal Rife created the universal microscope that could get over 60,000 magnification. So it could see viruses and microbes and things that we weren't capable of seeing. This guy designed that. Okay, so by the 1920s and 1930s, Raymond Rife had become an inventor of instruments that pushed the limits of technology at that time. He worked in San Diego, California, where he set up his laboratory and spent years experimenting with microscopy and electromagnetic frequencies. So first big unveiling was the universal microscope. Built in 1933, the universal microscope was unlike standard optical microscopes of its time. Whereas most microscopes used visible light and chemical staining, Rife's design used multiple prisms, quartz lenses, and powerful illumination systems that allowed him to view live viruses in their natural state. Something that mainstream science of the 1930s claimed was impossible. So, something that they claimed impossible, Royal Raymond Rife designed, created it, and it's something that was, you can go look it up. The universal microscope. His microscope could magnify up to 60,000 times with clarity that let him observe microorganisms vibrating or resonating under different frequencies of light. Different frequencies of light. Okay. Rife believed this was key, that every microbe had its own natural frequency signature. Every single microbe has its own natural frequency. Okay. So after releasing the universal microscope, now comes the frequency generator, the Rife machine. Rife machine. Now, this is stuff that's been buried under lies. This is stuff that's been buried under misinformation. That's why we have a show like this. That's why we have a show where we can talk about the things that people don't talk about. We can talk about hidden, buried inventions. We can talk about hemp ethanol fuel or hemp to save the world. I did put out a really great article on LinkedIn today about that exactly. So, the Rife frequency generator. Building on his observations, Rife developed a frequency generator, sometimes called the Rife ray tube, or beam ray device. The principle: every microorganism, virus, bacterium, parasite, has a mortal oscillatory rate, MOR, a frequency at which it vibrates until it shatters. Much like how a singer can break a glass by hitting a resonant pitch. And I don't know if you've ever seen that. When a singer can hit a certain pitch, glasses break, they crack. So it's frequency that destroys the glass. Raymond Rife designed this frequency beam generator to destroy bacteria, viruses, parasites. Okay. See, much like how a singer does the resonant pitch, so by applying precise electromagnetic frequencies, Rife claimed he could destroy pathogens without harming surrounding healthy tissue. Huh. This is incredible. This is, now we consider it fringe science, but we shouldn't. We shouldn't, because this was earth-shattering at the time. This was groundbreaking in the 1930s, 1940s. But what happened? And let's talk about it. So his team conducted trials in the 1930s, and there are historical reports of cancer patients treated with high success rates. What? There are multiple reports of cancer patients being treated with incredibly high success rates. Though these accounts remain very controversial because mainstream medicine at the time dismissed or suppressed his work. They dismissed him. They suppressed him. But this man was incredibly educated. he had gone to the best of universities. He had designed a microscope that was decades, decades ahead, decades, millennia ahead of its time. Okay. But it's just like Tesla. Tesla was doing Wardenclyffe. Tesla was trying to give the world free electricity from resonant frequency from under the ground. It was a frequency generated by the planet itself. The frequency was generated by the planet. Just like the Egyptians did with the pyramids, these were power centers, power generators. This history gets suppressed. This information, it gets suppressed. So we're talking about healing. We're talking about frequency healing. Let's talk about it. So Rife cataloged the MOR frequencies of many microbes. Many microbes, he categorized their shatter points. Though different lists exist, since exact calibration of his machines also varied, some frequencies reported in his notes and later by Rife enthusiasts include the cancer virus is destroyed at 1,604,000 hertz. 1,604,000 hertz. Tuberculosis is destroyed at 1.550 1,550,000 hertz. Typhoid bacillus, the bacteria typhoid, which, I mean, destroyed huge populations, 900,000 hertz. Streptococcus, a streptococcus, 880,000 hertz. Pneumococcus, pneumonia, pneumonia. So pneumococcus, 780 hertz. Let me see, keep them going. Poliovirus, 1,050,000 hertz. These were often in the kilohertz to megahertz range and delivered via plasma tubes that emitted radiant energy. People sitting near the machine would be treated as the frequencies pulsed through their tissues. I find this so incredibly interesting because this is technology that can heal people. This is technology that we have buried that can absolutely heal people. So we're talking right now about the Royal Raymond Rife energy generation plasma machine that destroyed viruses and bacteria and parasites back in the 1930s. 1930s, this is genius technology. Remember, this is the same guy who developed the universal microscope. Look it up. The universal fucking microscope is a real thing. Hey, we've got Major Nugs, East Coast Visual Media. Welcome. Highly Motivated. And tonight I'm in front of the amazing Goldflower. We are doing a little pregame party right now, a little pregame hangouts in the parking lot, getting the excitement going, getting the energy going. Marketing's inside. They're getting the last last bits and pieces put together. I'm feeling great energy about this. First 100 people, it's going off. First 100 people, we've got giveaways out the wazoo. And I love giveaways. I love a good giveaway. Okay, I love giving shit away. And tomorrow, we're giving some shit away. Okay. Suppression and legacy of Royal Raymond Rife, his technologies. So by the late 1930s and early 1940s, you see, that's why music makes the soul feel good. Absolutely. Look, THC is right. Horticulture is right. Mike is right. Music makes us feel good. Music lifts our mood, lifts our energy. Music can heal people. It heals depression. It can heal the body. So I truly believe frequencies are the way to heal the body. So again, let's keep talking about it. All right. So by the 1930s, early 1940s, Rife's success attracted attention, but also a lot of controversy. Reports suggest that pharmaceutical and medical organizations saw his work as a threat to drug-based medicine. They see cannabis as a threat to drug-based medicine. This is healthy. This is natural. This is homeopathic. This is something where we can take control of our medicine again. And the medical, pharmaceutical, industrial complex doesn't want that to happen. Even back in the 1930s, 1940s, they suppressed Royal Rife, even though they knew he was genius. They knew what he was bringing to the table was real. Okay. So lawsuits, confiscations, and discrediting campaigns followed. His original lab was dismantled, equipment destroyed, and his reputation largely erased from mainstream medical history. Even though the man was genius, yet his machines inspired a movement. Even today, Rife machines are built and sold, though often without clinical approval, and many alternative medicine communities consider him a visionary whose ideas were decades ahead of modern frequency medicine. Modern frequency medicine. So even though this man was discredited, and even though his discoveries were decades ago, today we are starting to look at frequency medicine. Today, in our modern time, especially with these quantum AI fine-tuning. So modern reflections of the Rife machine, of frequency medicine. So while mainstream science remains still incredibly skeptical, Rife's concepts resonate with current research into bioelectromagnetics, frequency healing, and quantum biology. The ideas that vibration, resonance, and frequency, they play a role in health. It's making a resurgence. It's coming back. It's rebirthing. And Rife's name is almost always invoked when people discuss frequency medicine. So Rife, Royal Raymond Rife, oh shit, is the father of frequency medicine. Now, keep in mind, I'd say of modern frequency medicine, because the Egyptians used frequency medicine, the Phoenicians used frequency medicine, the Israelites used frequency medicine. So these technologies go back as far as cannabis goes back. Cannabis goes back more than 4,000 years. Frequency medicine goes back thousands of years. Frequency medicine. Okay. You know, that to me is Rife's original mortal oscillatory rates, the Moors. So, wait, what did I put? Please put together a full list of reported frequencies. So they call it the Consolidated Annotated Frequency List. A large community has compiled a catalog that aggregates many later sources in the one reference. And these are the frequencies that destroy cancer, carcinoma, sarcoma, tuberculosis, typhoid, pneumonia, syphilis, gonorrhea. Holy shit. There's a lot going on. Abdominal inflammation, acne, AIDS, asthma, herpes, yeast in general, yellow fever. Wow. There are hundreds of different frequencies. And I imagine these frequencies are the shatter rate. Every parasite, bacterium, every virus has, ooh, you're moving. Every frequency has a shatter point. They have a shatter point. So the shatter point is that's interesting. That's exciting stuff. Wow. So let me see. So early Rife instruments often used an RF carrier with audio frequency modulation. Later, pad-based or plasma devices may output just audio subharmonics. That's one reason the same target shows multiple reported subharmonics in different lists. Mainstream position Rife machines are not approved cancer treatments. The claims remain skeptical, and there have been fraud prosecutions. If you're dealing with any medical conditions, stick to the licensed care and treat frequency lists as historical experimental material only. Wow. Okay. I find it really interesting, the um right here. I mean, you can make one of these yourself. You can make a Rife machine, a Rife frequency plasma generator. But again, be careful. You're dealing with electricity. You're dealing with frequencies and plasma, and you can get burned. You can get shocked. You can get damaged. You can get hurt. So start very low. No matter what, no matter what you're putting together, start low. But this is really interesting stuff. And that's who we wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about Rife. I wanted to talk about his incredible invention. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of little micro topics tonight. I told you the Vimanas and Mercury engines. That was something that I kind of wanted to talk about as well. Maybe something that we can do on Sunday's show. So on Sunday, I should be back at my home studio. I don't know. We'll find out. I might be in Miami. But Sunday, either I'll be in Miami or I'll be back at my home studio outside of Gainesville, somewhere in the forest outside of Gainesville. But Sunday, we should be back in home studio. God, I can't talk tonight. You know what it is? I'm not smoking. I don't have a joint in my hand. If I had a joint in my hand, I'd still fuck up my words. So as you can see, there's a lot going on inside. There's still people. There are employees inside putting up final decorations, checking everything, getting all those last I's dotted, T's crossed. It's happening right here. Well, I'm so pumped. Look, we've almost gone 2 hours tonight outside here in the parking lot. It's hot. It's like steamy. It's like a steamy night. I need a good mojito. That's what I need. I need a joint and I need a mojito. So I need a joint and a mojito. That's it. That's what I need. That's why music makes the soul feel good. Music does make the soul feel good. So tonight, I don't feel it's totally fair to give away stuff because I want to make this a bigger giveaway. Let's do the Sunday giveaway. So everybody, please bear with me. Tonight, we're here in a parking lot. I don't have my regular system of writing people down. I want to send the prize to everybody. I really do. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the giveaway on Sunday. This Sunday, I'm going to grab some t-shirts, some hats, some koozies, some cups. I'm going to grab a whole soiree of swag. I'm going to grab some great swag for you. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab some swag. You like the clean cut look, do you? I don't know if I like it yet. It's a lot to get used to. I'm like, it's a lot to get used to. I'm growing the beard back, look, at first when I shaved my face, I didn't like it. When I first shaved, I looked at my face. I was like, it's been so long since I've seen my face. I don't like it. I wasn't happy with the face. And then the stubble kind of came in. And, the stubble came in and the roughness of it came in. So the rougher I look, the better I feel about it. Why did I do it? Why did I shave? I was feeling a little old. My whole beard was gray. Everything was gray. So I was like, all right. Okay. And it was hot, a little hot. I wanted a bit of a change. I've had the beard for a long time and I didn't know what I looked like without the beard. So I shaved. I got weird, so I shaved it off. And then I shaved it off and I was like, huh. I shaved it off. Shit. I wasn't happy about it. I wasn't excited that I shaved off the beard. I mean, at first I wasn't excited. Now I'm okay with it. I had to get used to looking at myself without a beard. Now, Dominic the other night on the show, on Wednesday's show, Dominic is like, Oren, you look like a priest. You look like a priest. I'm like, thank you. That's exactly the look I was going for. A priest. A cannabis priest. A priest of the marijuana. So Dominic felt like I looked like a priestly individual. I don't know what priest this guy is dealing with in his country, in Nigeria. I think he's in Nigeria. Maybe One, was it One? I don't know. But I think Dominic is in Nigeria. Or was it Lagos? No, that's still Nigeria. Lagos, Nigeria? That's Nigeria. The Congo? No. Anyways, Dominic feels like I look like a priest. All right. It is what it is. You are. I'm a priest of, I'm a canna. You know what I am? I am a canna evangelist. I am bringing the good word of weed. So I'm a cannabis evangelist. A cannabis evangelist. A canna evangelist. That's what I am. That's what I'm all about. I'm about bringing the good word of weed to the people. Good word of weed to the people. That's what it's all about. Bringing kindness and goodness and good weed. And, I'm blessed that I'm able to promote such an amazing company. It's how the people feel about it that makes it amazing. Like the growers and the bud tenders and the delivery drivers and the managers and everybody that works in the company loves it. They love it. Gold Flower Cannabis. I am blessed to work for a cannabis company that is comparable, if not organic, living soil, hand trimming, multiple amazing brands. I told you, Lion's Order, Rohan Marley, Octane, Randy Lanier, Heisman, Ricky Williams, So Fresh, Doghouse, Ideal. Yo, I'm like, I can barely contain myself when I start talking about it because the excitement builds up. All those brands that I just mentioned, those are cannabis. Those are community. And all of them are steeped so deeply in cannabis in one way or another that they bring the vibe, they bring the energy. Remember, Gold Flower is the place with the best prices and best quality. For what you're getting, you are paying so little. You are getting amazing quality, amazing product, truly amazing stuff at prices that beat all the competition. Oh yeah. Look, that's what it's about. Look, you've got to compete in this market. Oh, excuse me. And they are competing. They are competing with quality, with good customer service, with kind, helpful, authentic people. That's why I'm blessed. I'm blessed because I'm allowed to help market and promote an incredible brand, an incredible house of cannabis right here in Florida. Florida's so lucky. You have no idea how lucky Florida is to get Gold Flower. Look, Gold Flower is a northern cannabis thing. They get it East Coast. This is all East Coast, right? I think Gold Flower originated in more East Coast. So Gold Flower originating in East Coast cannabis, right? But they've got amazing shit. They've got amazing, amazing stuff. Let me just, okay. Let me just give you the full view. So you see, I got my orange corduroy pants. I don't know if you can see the leopard shoes. This is Florida fit. This is my Florida fit, yo. Linen, lovely linen shirt. So it's breathable. You need breathable. It's so fucking hot here. So hot. So hot. So that's why 9 o'clock in the morning, get here early because it's still a little bit cool. It's not yet steamy, crazy, melt your body and mind hot. So get here 9 o'clock in the morning, first 100 people. We are giving away some incredible things here in Bonita Springs, Gold Flower. We've got Alyssa Ray. Welcome. Highly motivated. Alyssa's over here on the Insta Cha-Cha. It is a pleasure to have you here, as well as East Coast Media, Major Nugs. I see Mark Seed. Mark is one of the Gold Flower founders. This guy, amazing dude, great knowledge in cannabis, great knowledge in just good bud. Good, he knows good weed. Mark knows great weed, he really does. And this is another great Gold Flower for the community. That's why I'm excited for Bonita, because the choices that they've had out here are not Gold Flower. And now, tomorrow is Gold Flower's introduction. Tomorrow is their introduction to the community of Bonita Springs. And to me, that's what a grand opening is. A grand opening is great deals, great specials, great people, great weed. Holy shit, I'm so excited. I can barely contain it. That's it. That's it. I'm like, I'm like, that's it. I'm super pumped. They should just open back up right now. I want to show you the inside, but as you can see, it looks very busy. There's a lot of people running around all over the place. So if you can see it, there is a lot happening. Like, like so much going on. A lot of people running back and forth. I know when I finish this broadcast, I'm going to go check to see if there's anything I can do after probably all the hard work has already been done. I will go check to see if there's anything I can do to help only after everything's already been done. God, that's so bad of me. That's so terrible. No, I would just get in the way. At this point, Oregonji would be in the way. I would be in the way because I'd be talking to everybody. I'd say, look, we got to go get high. No. I need to smoke. I need to smoky tokey. I'm way too sober for this shit. I'm way too sober for this heat. For this kind of heat out here. Wow. This is like, it's like, you know something? I think it's getting hotter. I think it's getting hotter out here. It's like the later it gets, there's no breeze. There's no breeze. No air is moving at all. I really feel like I'm starting to melt. I'm pretty sure I think I already have melted. I was taller when the show started. I'm pretty sure I was taller. I've definitely shrunk now. I'm like, because of the heat. I'm just shrinking. I'm just getting, I don't know how the hell that shit's happening. These pants were like high waters on me. Now they're like normal. A little bit of time in the heat and you shrink. Okay. But Nick, it's good to have you here on Highly Motivated. Everybody, it's good to have you here on Highly Motivated. So what we're going to do the giveaway this Sunday. So the giveaway, look, we already have the bag, we have the cup. I'm going to grab you a t-shirt, a hat, some sunglasses, stickers. I'm going to grab you a bunch of gold flower stuff. And we're going to do that on the giveaway this Sunday. So this, maybe tomorrow, no, this Sunday. I'm always like, maybe this, maybe that, maybe this. This Sunday, Highly Motivated from the home studio if I'm there. If I'm somewhere else, we're still going to give the shit away. But home studio, probably this Sunday, we're going to come to you live. We're going to do a big giveaway. So normally our giveaway is on Friday night, tonight, but I'm unprepared. I'm just being honest. I'm totally, absolutely unprepared. I'm totally unprepared tonight. So Sunday, we're doing the giveaway. So make sure you tell your family, your friends, tell everybody. This Sunday, we're doing the giveaway. And again, thank you, every single network. Thank you, Instagram. Thank you, LinkedIn, Twitch, Kick, Rumble, and YouTube. YouTube. I did not know that we are going live. I mean, I knew, I checked, but I couldn't see it. I checked, I saw nothing. But we've got people that have been on YouTube tonight sending us comments saying that they see the stream. So somehow we've broken back through the YouTube algorithm. I'm excited about that. Instagram, we're on the Insta Cha-Cha. Also excited about that. Great Friday night. Great hangout. Great. I'll do the sesh later. I will do a sesh as soon as I end this. As soon as I end this, I'm going to go do a little seshy. I need a little seshy. It's been a busy couple of days. I've been hustling and bustling here from Naples, Bonita, Fort Myers, Cape Coral. The last 3 days, I've been like, pop, 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 pop. I've been all over the place. And everybody knows about Goldflower. And everybody knows that the big discounts, big happenings are happening tomorrow. Boom. Tomorrow. Grand opening. 60+% off. Free shit all over the place. Free gummies, pre-rolls, eights. What more can you ask for? What more can you ask for? Nothing more. Exactly. Great brands, great people, just wow. And here in Bonita Springs, like the retirement area, the beachy, bougie retirement area. This is awesome. I'm like, and then next week, I think next week, all the snowbirds come back. So this is an area that's huge with snowbirds. What's a snowbird? A snowbird is a person that lives back and forth. So they live up north, but when it gets cold up north, they travel down here to Florida and they buy a house here in Bonita Springs. They buy a house here in Bonita or Naples or Cape Coral, and they travel down here when the weather's cold for them. It's nice and warm for them down here. So snowbirds, they only come down seasonally. The reason this store is going to be such a big deal, in about a week, in about 1 week, all the snowbirds start coming down. All the snowbirds start traveling down south. When they start traveling south, you know they got medical cards. You know they're coming to Goldflower. You know they expect better weed. They live up north. They want good weed. Now, we're able to give it to them with Goldflower. That's why I love Goldflower. They saved me. I've worked for a lot of different cannabis companies, and I have smoked everybody's stuff here in the state of Florida. And, oh, you're moving, aren't you? Oh, Speed Racer. Go, go, Speed Racer. So I've smoked a lot of people's stuff, and there's not even a handful of people that you can compare to Goldflower. There's maybe one or two people that can even have partial comparison to Goldflower. Goldflower is way above the party. They're the only organic, hand-trimmed, living soil bud here in Florida. That's a big deal. Every strain is hand-trimmed. Every single strain is hand-trimmed. Why is that a big deal? Because of the trichomes, because of that crystallization. That gets knocked off, your bud is boof. Your bud is boof. It's no good. You want the crystals to stay on your bud. You want that crystallization to stay on your bud. That's the genius of it. Here at Goldflower, when you hand trim, they hand trim and put in the container. Boom. Delicious. Fantastic. Very crystally. That's how you want to smoke your bud. I want to smoke my bud that way. Oh, it's so stupid. It's still hot. It's like, I don't get it. It's like hotter. I think it's fucking hotter. It's like hotter. I want to see what they're doing inside. I want to see what they're doing. I see some t-shirts right there. I see some plants are being moved around. More plants. There's a lot of plants they got. It's like a florist in there. But we're selling bud. We should have flower all over the place. No, whoever bought the plants, they bought some really beautiful things. There's some really beautiful numbers in there. And that's why, again, that's one of the things I love about Goldflower. They're not just cannabis. They want you to feel good when you come in. Plants make you feel good. When you've got plants in a location, you feel more natural. You feel more healthy. The air inside feels cleaner. Plants bring a whole different vibe. And especially to a dispensary, I think that brings shit together a little bit. I think that makes it, just kind of brings it together. That's pretty awesome. Okay, anyways, I'm rambling on. I'm out here, I'm melting in the Florida evening heat of Bonita Springs. I need a mojito. And pink panty joint. That's a great strain. Actually, I'm gonna go smoke a Durban Poison. I'm gonna go smoke some Durban Poison and go drink a mojito. Where can I go have a mojito? I've got to have a mojito somewhere. There's some really cool places around here. A mojito and a joint. I'll probably skip the mojito and just go for the joint. I don't drink. And I'd feel uncomfortable drinking. I'd feel uncomfortable doing it. So I'll skip the mojito, even though those are some tasty things. Maybe if it was like a mocktail, a mock mojito with some THC in that shit, that would be good. So a mock mojito with THC and a joint. So, and Durban Poison and a mojito, mocktail, a mocktail. A mojito mocktail sounds great. There we go. Sounds fantastic. That sounds like a great slushy. A mojito slushy or a mojito icy. That sounds good. I don't know where I'm going with this. And I'm hungry now. Now that I said I'm not going to eat, now I'm hungry. What is that all about? I don't know. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming to our Friday night sesh. Thank you for being a part of the energy, of the magic, of everything that we put together here. Thank you. Ooh, let me just check our, oh, wow. Power-wise, we're still okay, which is really crazy. So anyways, once again, Goldflower Cannabis, grand opening tomorrow, Saturday. It's going down. Tomorrow is the 30th. It's going down right over here. It's Saturday. Deals and specials like crazy. Like crazy. Anyways, if you've listened to the show, you've listened to what I was telling you about some of the deals and specials. So that's it. That's what's happening. That's what it's all about. I'm excited. You're excited. We're all excited. Friday Seshi, highly motivated, Oregon on the road. Na. Great cannabis. Grand opening tomorrow. First 100 people, get here. This is the party. Okay, I'll see everybody in the morning. Have a great night. There's so many buttons.